Good morning, TSC family. We currently have a tornado in Mississippi in Covington and Jones County area in Mississippi. Hi, Janie, James. Are we going to get a deep south winter event coming? A big snowstorm or major freezing rain event? Y'all, the models are hinting at it. I'm just telling you, the models are hinting at it. I was challenged last night almost to post something about it, and I thought, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I looked at the GFS model and the European model late last night before I went to bed, and lo and behold, it showed up a massive freezing rainstorm here in the south, and I almost posted it, and I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. That's it. Probably won't happen. But let me show you what the GFS model did last night. Look at this. Look at this freezing rainstorm it put in the south here. I mean, a massive freezing rainstorm, y'all. And I mean totals that is would be disruptive to power. You can see what it did there. Now, when is that going to happen? Well, it's not too far all out. Okay, let me go back. I'm going backwards here. It's about 10 days out is what it is. And here's the snow totals. You can see what it shows across into Texas back here. You get over to the East Coast here, uh, Virginia, West Virginia region there too, going through Indiana, Kentucky. Um, Again, it's 10 days out. It's just speculative stuff right now. If you look at the newest run of the GFS model, it still has snow kind of in the south here a little bit. As you can see, there is some snow back there in Texas. It did away well though with the freezing rain. The freezing rain did not generate like it did at all on the newest update of the GFS model. And everybody says, well, it's the GFS model, Tim. Here's the European model, and let me show what it did. I'm going to show you what the 12Z run did. Okay, yesterday. It too put snow in the deep south here, as you can see, and all the way, even through the Panhandle of Florida here, as you can see, it's just a light coating there is what it did. And here's the freezing rain totals from it. Did not put much freezing rain like the GFS model did, but again, the newest run from last night, what did it do? It kind of did away with it all again. See, so it's going off and on. What it did do though, look here though, it did put snow in the deep south here last night on the newest update of the European model. So, man, are we going to get some snow in the south here like we did last year with that major event that happened? Y'all, we might. Okay, but right now, I'm hesitant to even speculate on that right now. Let's worry about this major event we're getting ready that's getting ready to unfold here in the deep south there with the severe weather. Okay, and let's not worry about this possibility of snow in about 10 days here in the deep south or freezing rain. Right now, models are hinting at it. That's all I can say. Just a hint. All right. What the storm predictions do last night? Well, they did exactly what I thought they would do. They took that categorical 2 threat and they put it back into Texas, which I knew was going to happen. I told you guys last night. It needs to happen, and they did exactly as I thought would happen. They put that severe weather threat back into Texas as they should have. They updated here at 6:01 a.m. Early this morning. And if you just read what it says, it's severe thunderstorms are expected across southeast Texas into the central Gulf Coast states. Talks about mainly probably damaging winds. Uh, is more than likely going to be the thing at hand, especially in Texas and Louisiana. Then Louisiana and Mississippi, it talks about the tornado factor coming into play. And in the overnight hours, things do diminish, but there are going to be, it says increasing favorable for supercells and a few tornadoes where in Mississippi and Alabama. So they broke it down from morning, okay, to the afternoon, into the late evening hours, and in the overnight hours. So first up is some early morning stuff in Mississippi and Alabama. Why is Mississippi and Alabama getting? Well, you know where that's from? That's from the low that's up here. It's way up there and up here. That's from that low up here. You can see the trailing threat from it right there. Well, here comes this one right here. We have two separate systems. So Mississippi and Alabama is getting it right here from this system up here. Here comes our system right here that's gonna be a mess here in Texas, and then move it into Louisiana. Two separate systems, two separate events completely. So we got a 1-2 punch going today. 1-2 punch. James is telling everybody, if we need to go live, I won't be here. When I go offline here, after I do the live broadcast here, James is going to come back live and watch the radar for you guys for severe weather. Then is what he's going to do. Thank God we got James as always my right-handed backup all the time for stuff like this, and he's always there for us. So he's going to be live and watching the radar for you guys. Okay. One other thing too, man, yeah, James is correct. It dumped 16 inches of snow in New Mexico already. This is already just clobbered New Mexico with some crazy snow. Now, I've been telling y'all, okay, about that southern jet, okay, about this. Look at the moisture coming streaming out of Hawaii in the south here. There's plenty of moisture and fuel here for this severe weather here from this area low pressure right here. There's lots of moisture for it to deal with here. An abundance of moisture. Man, y'all, all we got to get is some cold air come down at the same time that we get something like this involved with this moisture right here. I'm telling you right now, that's speculative of a freezing rain event or a snow event in about 10 days out. It's there. It's there, and it does not look like right now at this point in time that this moisture event is going away anytime soon. It doesn't appear that it is. And if it stays in place and you get the cold air to come down here, the speculation of this freezing rain and snow event here coming up, it's there in place. I've been telling you guys, watch this moisture coming from Hawaii. We call it the Pineapple Express. It looks like it's stuck there, and as long as it stays, that southern jet stays in place like this, y'all, it's there for us. It's there. All right, let's look at what Storm Prediction Center has to say here now. So here is a categorical 2 threat level. We knew that was going to happen, and it was going to be pulled back into Texas. It had to. The tornado event level. Now, what they did now, and I don't know if I agree with this or not. Storm Prediction Center did the right thing by putting the yellow back into Texas. I agree with that. But what they did, though, they pulled the tornado event level a little bit away out of the central part of Texas and moved it closer toward Louisiana. I'm not sure that's correct yet for the tornado event level. I think it needs to be extended back here in Texas a little bit further yet. If you look at the wind event level, it's there in place. Y'all, we got a strong wind event level here. There's going to be some crushing wind coming into play here today. Hail, could be some large hail in place. And then you go to day 2, doesn't go away real quick, okay? You still got a severe threat level of a categorical 1 threat level with a tornado threat level. Yeah, it's located there in the centrally located in Atlanta, Georgia main area is where it's located at. So tomorrow will be a possible severe threat level day as well tomorrow. Probably not as strong as today. That low pressure system is more than likely going to travel in the same path as this one up here did. It's going to probably move in this general direction like this is what it's going to do. You can see the direction that these clouds are moving in. Well, that's probably where the direction of this right here is going to lead to as well. Maybe take a little bit more southern trip. That was what it's going to be doing. And just a little bit further south in this direction. Okay, before I get going here much further, I got to read the verse of the day, and it comes from John 15:4, and it says, "Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself, but it must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. That is John 15:4. One of my favorite verses of the Bible is this one right here. Remain in me as I also remain in you. John 15:4. If you ever need to have doubt in things, go back and read this verse here, John 15:4. Okay. All right, so we see this. Now, we have a major problem today too, and that's a flash flood risk. Mainly centralized there in the Mississippi area with a large area of a slight risk. Now, everybody said, Tim, that's only a slight risk. That slight risk is a very high risk level for flash flooding. But boy, when you get to the moderate risk level, what does that mean? That means flash flooding is going to happen. Okay? That means flash flooding will occur today. We have a very, very serious, this may be the most serious of threat levels today. There's going to be a tornado threat level. There's no doubt about that. But this threat level for flash flooding is a very high risk, y'all. Now, it's not considered high. High would be in that magenta pink color. But a moderate risk in that red is extremely a very high risk level. There will be, and trust me, there will be flash flooding occurring here in Mississippi today. There will be. If you live near the smallest of creeks, streams, and especially near a river, for gosh sakes, watch it really closely and make sure you have a way to get out before these waters rise to the point you can't get out, and then you got to have help. Okay. If you live near a stream or river and it's already starting to come up, get the hell out of there now. Go someplace else that's going to be safe for you. You may not have to drive very far to a friend's house or a relative's house to put yourself out of harm's way. But this is going to be a very, very, very major threat today, y'all. Okay, and I can't stress that enough. This might be the highest crisis today that we're going to be dealing with, is this threat level up for flash flooding. Urban flooding, yes. What's urban flooding? Urban flooding is blacktop or concrete flooding, which means the drain pipes can't take it fast enough, and therefore the drains fill up, and then they overflow onto the blacktops and concrete roads. And then you don't know what's in front of you when you're driving through that stuff. You can't drive through water that you can't see the pavement of, making sure there's a road in front of you. You never know if it's washed out. You never know if the underground pipe has been washed away and the road has collapsed in front of you. What happens then? You drive your car into that, then your car flips over upside down, and you're dead. For God's sakes, don't be doing that stuff, y'all. I can't stress that enough. Do not be doing that kind of stuff. All right, as James says too, we are in storm mode today. We only will be posting on those messenger boards. James, do me a favor. Update in the subscriber page the messenger boards for Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, and into Tennessee today. Put that whole sector right there, and put the new link up for the messenger boards on the subscriber page, so that if anybody becomes a subscriber today, they can get on those messenger boards. James, if you could do that for me, please. Again, these messenger boards are very, very important. Okay, as James posted right there, he posted this tornado event that was occurring there in Mississippi. He did it well before I went live, guys. You guys get those events well in advance. Sometimes before the National Weather Service even posts a tornado, we'll have it well in advance of you guys. Okay. So James is going to put a link out there on the subscriber page. What does that mean? That means when you become a subscriber, then you go onto a private page as well, and then that link will be out there for you guys to click, and then it's all James, I, or Kayla will approve then that link for you guys to be on your state messenger boards is what it's for. Okay. All right. I clarified that then. All right, let's go forward here now, guys. Now, here is the meat and potatoes of all this. Here is the HRR model for updrafts. And you can see that updrafts, where they're located at. Those updrafts are starting up right now. Okay. Now, what's happening there in Mississippi right now? Okay, is from where? Is from what? It's from that the low pressure system is up here. What happens back in Texas will not start up until about noontime today. So as that area low pressure that we see right here moves in this direction, then Texas is going to erupt. Okay, um, and it's going to start about noon. So about noon today is when that really bad threat level for a tornado is going to be present, and that's because the wind shear is going to be increasing as this area low pressure moves in this direction. All right, as that wind shear increases, what happens to? Well, that the increased level for tornadic activity goes up, and you can see that very well here on the HRR model. Um, Again, there's your updrafts. Here is the wind threat level. Now, the high wind threat level is not as bad as it was yesterday, guys. Is it bad back here in Texas? Well, you're getting 40-mile-per-hour wind gust, tropical storm force wind gusts. We don't see the major wind gusts that we have, say, up here in Indiana and Michigan right now. Indiana and Michigan got blown away last night. There was some very strong winds. I talked to my brother, and he talked to me. I said, "Man, we had some really bad winds last night about midnight come in." Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. That was in play. If you look over the East Coast, there's still look at these winds up here. Look at the winds up here in upstate New York area. Wow, Buffalo area. Boom, man. Hurricane force, 81-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, guys, up here in the Northeast. Really bad stuff up there. But the thing it is, though, there is not, and I say that, let me make sure. Yeah, there is no updrafts up there. You see that? No updrafts. So tornado factor is very, very low. It's just a high wind up here is what you're going to be getting today. Very strong high wind. It's probably already occurring, and it's going to increase as the day goes along up here. There's going to be power outages up here occurring. There's no little doubt about that. I didn't look at power outages. Let's look at that real quickly here. Let's see, where's power outages at? I got it up here pretty close, I think. It's got to be down here. There it is. Looks like we got power outages that mainly there in Tennessee, but up there in Michigan, there's about 16, almost 17,000 homes and businesses with no power up in Michigan right now. And in Tennessee, there's about 13,000 homes and businesses with no power right now. You can see the totals over here. Well, I like how they updated this new power outages thing here. This is pretty nice. Where you see over here on the left corner, left side over here, where it's at. I like how they updated this. It's really quite nice. Yeah, I like it. They did a great job here for this. All right, let me exit out of that now. And here is again. I'm gonna go into rainfall now. Okay, this is probably some of the worst things we're gonna see right here. Is this rainfall here coming into play? Here it is. This is the HR model. Now, remember that RFS model last night showed a foot? Well, the HR model now updated, and it's now got 8.5 inches of rain. Last night, it was 6 inches. So now the HR model is getting closer to that RFS model. You know, the RFS model, y'all, they have nixed it, and it's getting better. There is no doubt that that RFS model is getting to be a better model all the time. Okay? There is no doubt that it is happening. Here is the RFS model. It's showing 10.97 now. So storm prediction, our weather prediction, I'm sorry, has done a great job at pinpointing where this high risk. I can't call it a high risk. I have to call it moderate risk because that's what they call it, moderate risk in red. The moderate risk level, they've done a fantastic job at pinpointing it out where it's at, and including the slight risk. Guys, there it is, right there. There is going to be flash flooding occurring today. There is no doubt about it. Don't be stuck in a position where you got to be rescued. That's probably the most important thing today. Here's the RFS model for the updrafts as well here. Let me show you that again. Again, it kind of over exaggerates a little bit, but it still gives you the updrafts where they're going to be most prevalent at. Here's the newest run right there, and you can see, y'all, again, same place the HR model has it, the RFS model has the same place right there, has exactly the same place. That's the zone today, is where it's at right there. And the HR model is showing exactly the same stuff. The only difference is the RFS model probably over exaggerates it just a little bit more than what the more so than what the HR model puts out. It's probably, honestly, I would say this: it's probably a combination in between the two. Is probably more optimally correct than not. So there it is right there. If you're in that zone, you may have a problem today. Okay, make sure you have your cell phones and weather radios on. Make sure you have your cell phones up loud to receive messages from the National Weather Service, or if you're on those messenger boards from James and I. It's gonna be an important day for those things to come out. Y'all just be careful. I don't know. It probably did not call school off yet from this. I doubt they did. But man, it's going to be a dangerous day today. There is no doubt this is going to be a dangerous day today. So be careful if you live from Texas all the way to Alabama today. It's going to be a dangerous day. And again, I'll say this: the most dangerous thing of this could be that flash flood risk today, because it's there, y'all. It is definitely there. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. James, I appreciate everything you're gonna do today for everybody on TSC family. Man, he does an amazing job for us here, guys. And can't thank James enough, and Kayla and David when David is on here. David does a lot of posting as well. We do all try our best to do what we can to help you guys out, and sometimes the best is not good enough. I get that and understand it, but we try hard, y'all. We really do. And James is gonna be there for you, so he's gonna be live. Let's see, do we have anything going on right now? We have no warning up right now. James, I would, if I was you, bro, I would probably not go live yet until you have to, man. Take a break. If you haven't had breakfast yet, eat you some breakfast, or maybe eat breakfast again. Okay, but I would not go live until you see that you need to here. What I'm gonna do, James, when I get off of here, I'm gonna make a manual post as well. Y'all, what I'm doing from now on, when I do a post, I'm also gonna share that post, and James has helped me out that, so is Kayla. I'm sharing that post on the messenger boards, because you guys are not getting that. For some reason or other, the only post you're getting is you guys are getting mixed up between the subscriber page and the main page. And everybody says, "Well, I can't share it." Well, no, you can't share it on the subscriber page. The subscriber page can never be shared. It's a private page. I designed it that way on purpose. But it can't be shared. It can't be shared. Facebook does not allow private pages to be shared. There's not a single private page out there on any forum that can be shared. You have to go to the main board to share it, and people are getting mixed up where they can't share it. So what I'm doing from now on is every time I do a post is James and Kayla both help me out with that. Then they're going to post it to the messenger board, so you guys all get it as well, and then you could share it. Then it's easier for you to share as well. Yeah, James is the best, man. He does an amazing job. And again, James, I would not go live yet until you see a severe something getting ready to happen, bud. Is what I would do. James has already posted all the links on the subscriber page. So you guys that are new subscribers, you have the ability to hit that link for your state, and then James or I or Kayla can easily approve you getting on those boards. All right, guys, be careful today. From Texas to Alabama, plain and simple, from Texas to Alabama is going to be a threat level today, and a flash flood crisis could very well unfold there in Mississippi today, and it could extend all the way back to Louisiana and into Alabama. And so, boy, oh boy, I think the biggest crisis day, obviously, is always tornado events, but man, we could have a very bad flash flood crisis unfold here especially there in Mississippi. So do be careful. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Be careful, and may God bless you all.